here. Um, it's kind of an odd time for us right now in that we're not getting a lot of clear direction as far as things to do. But you know, there's a lot going on, and I know that. And Jeff, maybe you're privy to some of that, but in my conversations with John, I think there's just a lot happening. I think a lot especially is going to happen when they get the bugs all worked out on the site, which I believe that's what they're working furiously on right now. But the same things hold true that we've talked about in the past as far as meme production, you know. And what I would do is I would say, let's just set Friday as another deadline for memes. And so another batch, you know, 3 or 4, whatever. I know that John is talking to Daniel and the other C-level people about, you know, where we want to put our focus as far as the social media subject matter. And so I'm sure we'll be hearing back on that.
What's a call, Chris?
In any case,
no, I can't help you right now. I'm on a call.
The same things hold true still, that merchants, wish list, encouraging people to jump on board and take part. One of the things that I did, you guys probably saw it, was that I posted, I created and posted some memes in the graphic design channel that members can actually take and use to promote their own link. And so there's another area that we could focus on and produce stuff. I think I'm the only one that can load stuff in that channel. But if you want to put together, I guess I'm talking to you, Mike, right at the moment. If you want to come up with an idea or a couple ideas that for the people who are already on board and wanting to go out and promote their link and their business, that's another thing that we can put some energy into.
Okay. Yeah, I saw those too.
So just some of the ideas that as far as memes that I'm kind of focusing on are having to do with the wish list. I'm going to do a wish list one every week, but just the opportunity that the TREOS platform is, and you know, joining a movement. I had some other notes here on my phone, and my phone closed on me, so bear with me here for a sec. You know, people, there's lots of opportunity for people to buy, to sell, to earn, be a part of the movement, help build something great. Because that's one of the things that's kind of striking a note with me, is that this whole endeavor is the people's platform, and you know, we can encourage people to jump on board and take part and build something for the people, you know, for them as individuals. And so, you know, there's some thoughts there. It's your platform, it's your opportunity, and especially since all people need is access to the internet to participate in this. You know, they don't have to pay a lot of money to become a member or anything like that. So just, oh shoot, I meant to start the record. Oh, I did start the recording. Okay, never mind. Senior moment here. Anyway, so, and I'm just kind of rambling on. Got some other things I wanted to mention, but Jeff, what are your thoughts? You got your ear to the rails as far as things that are going on and things that are needing to be done. I know I just did some stuff for Ghana, and I see that you're involved in that as well. You're muted, Jeff, just in case. Well, maybe he's not there. Hello, Jeff. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I was muted. Yeah, I've actually been working on something to make contact with some of the some of the leaders in Ghana, some of the people that are potential leaders. I wouldn't say they're leaders yet, but potential leaders. These are the people that are really they're sharp, and they're also very passionate about the project. And we're gonna let we're gonna let people in the crypto community know that that this is something that's starting on a grassroots level, and we already have a small but growing community that's going to continue to grow. And once we have like a model in one place, we can just use that model everywhere. And so I'm going to be talking to several people. We're going to have like a pretty pretty professional article about it, and just hopefully it'll get a lot of exposure among the crypto community and beyond that, because ultimately we're going to start with with the crypto community, because they're really the people that understand this. Most people don't, but once they see the picture of how it's working and how it can work everywhere, and the also just just articles about how all the reasons why you should register for TREOS, your business or yourself. And we can just come up with all of these different very, very good, very positive reasons, and then reasons why you shouldn't, and then just put a big fat goose egg. There's no reason not to.
Nothing to
cost
lose.
you anything. You have nothing to lose, and you have so much to gain.
Yeah.
One of the things that Daniel mentioned when he was in one of the Discord rooms last week was after we closed the TCE, he said that we've brought in about, I think it was 43 million GCR coins got converted, and so that's 43 million TRO that are now in people's wallets. Some of it is in the FIFO, a very small amount of it. And what that means is that we have allotted a huge amount of tokens for our airdrop, which is the bounty program, all of the affiliate bonuses, all the different ways that people can earn is going to be about 65 million tokens. And multiply 65 million times $50, and you're talking at over $3 billion of airdrop tokens.
Good grief.
And I mean, that's insane. That's what we're basically giving them away to people who participate in the program. And there are, one of the things that I've been looking into is that there is one of the biggest attractions of cryptocurrency is the bounty hunt, is the bounty hunters. They're just looking for ways to earn money, just by they do it in all different kinds of ways. And EOS is really the blockchain that is the most bounty hunter friendly. A lot you see like Tippet and just the ones that we've been introduced to are on EOS. So we will we're going to want this to be very, very well presented to to a lot of people in the crypto space. And we're going to just use we're just going to pull out every kind of everything out of our pockets we can come up with to reach out to a lot of people. And then there's also the process of as we reach more people, our team will grow, and the team will come. The the members of the people that are working on the team will be coming from the community. We're not going to be reaching out to people that are on, the outside and pulling them in as team people, unless it's like a specialist that, we need someone that we can't find within the community. But it's going to be a very, very interesting year. It's starting off very slowly, but better. This is like, if this thing started off fast right now, it would fail miserably. If it got too big too fast, it would just fall apart because we're just not ready. We have too many things to work out still.
Yeah, and I agree. Just a quick note from John, and I'm looking back through it here. But he basically said, when they get the bugs taken care of, the dam is going to break, or the floodgates will open. That's what he said. And I know he's been working on some things behind the scenes, but I have a suspicion that there's going to be some stuff once they really feel that the site is pretty much bug free. There's going to be some stuff coming that's going to just help accelerate the process here. He did post some great notes in the Visual Content Creators channel about suggested directions, and there is a link to a spreadsheet, which I'm wondering if that's the one that Cornelis did. But anyway, so good prompts in there on directions to go. It's really kind of cool watching this thing because I'm seeing it happening from the grassroots level, and it's just going to grow exponentially. If we've got a good core team of people that are wanting to build a business on this, and it's just going to bring in more core team people, and it'll just keep on growing. It's so cool to watch this happening.
Yeah. And it's really cool. I think it's really cool because it's not multi-level marketing, which, and my experience with MLMs is that it's kind of like MLMs and cryptocurrency is like oil and water. They just don't mix very well. But everyone or maybe not everyone, but there's a lot of projects that utilize viral referral marketing, which is what we're doing. And we just have something that everybody that I've spoken to about this, who knows anything about cryptocurrency, when I tell them what we're doing, they say, that sounds like it can't fail. And I feel that way too. As long as we just take it one step at a time and make sure that each step that we take is taken carefully, we can within a year or two, this can be a role model for just for crypto projects, and even other projects that are looking to make a difference in the world at a time when the world really needs projects like that. So it's pretty exciting. I'm going to be working a lot with people in Africa. It looks like. Just because there's probably around 4,000 or 5,000 people in Africa. Most of them are in Ghana. Who are they could reach out to so many people in that country, and and Ghana's relatively speaking on the planet, it's not a real big place, but if you get a sizable number of people using TREOS and transacting with it and introducing other people and other businesses to it, it can give it can give this thing the jump start that it needs.
Yeah.
And then we also, there's also Zanzi Homes, and that's something that if that really works. And has John talked to you about it, Scott?
A little bit, but not very much. I mean, I've just put some basic memes, some initial memes together to help promote them, and I think Mike has done some as well. But I don't know a lot about that.
Well, I mean, they're a very fast-growing and very progressive realtor in Malta. It's one of the largest, if not the largest, for private homes. And they've also extended into other parts of Europe and Australia. But the thing that's interesting about them is that the people from Zanzi are really jazzed about TREOS. They feel that this is, because I guess that they've encountered people who have wanted to buy homes with Bitcoin or other coins, but there just hasn't been anything that's been a really suitable system to do it until TREOS. Because the fact that anybody that sells a home is going to get a bonus. Where have you seen that before?
Yeah.
And anybody that buys a home is going to get a rebate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like unheard of.
Yeah. Well, and it's got to be substantial, I would think, too. I mean, it's not like you're
if it's if it's $1 million home and they get the 20%, there's like the 10% listing fee, but they get a 20% bonus. That's a 10%. That's a total of 10% extra. And if somebody's buying it, they're going to get 10% for making the purchase.
10% on $1 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Two of those a year would probably do you just fine, I would think.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is how you grow a new economy. You reward participation.
Yeah.
And, people will be climbing the walls to get in.
Well, and that's another thing that we need to get out there is that I think that from what I understand, TREOS is the most generous platform there is as far as buying and selling. I mean, I know that there's a lot of people on eBay and Amazon that run businesses just by selling product. But from what I understand, it costs a lot of money to do it, and the profits are not that high. They just got to run a lot of volume to make the money.
Yeah. And again, the fact of the matter is that like we've said before, you have nothing to lose by registering and listing.
Yeah.
There has nothing to lose. It's just you're just providing customers and with a whole new option, which opens up a potentially giant market for them. And I think it's going to be really, really exciting to be a part of this. Really, really feel like it's I mean, we got this far. I mean, just getting this thing off the ground has been it's just taken such hard work and such concentrated work. I mean, not that many people either. It's just been really and truly we had like, a year ago, I think we had a staff of about 80 people. I think it's probably like, maybe 30, 35 people that are really doing lion's share of the work. And just, it's been a tremendous sacrifice to get this done. But now that it's happening, I just feel like it's like a locomotive. It's just like once it just starts building up steam, it can just grow and grow and grow.
One of the things that's been commented on here is as John has mentioned it numerous times is utilizing contests, and I've been thinking about, that's such a great way to utilize the numbers that we have. I mean, we've got a good base number of people that are in this program. I mean, not millions yet, but still we can use those numbers to help this thing grow. And I was thinking about it, they're talking about doing more giveaways, and but what do you think of the idea of doing a giveaway and then doing a promotion on the giveaway and rewarding people that do the best job of promoting the giveaway?
Yeah.
Because not only would you attract people, but you would encourage members on the team to go out and promote the giveaway, which would even attract more people. So,
yeah.
Or even like I was thinking, and this one might be a little difficult, but even a blog post contest. I mean, there's so many crypto blogs. I was searching this out the other day, and I just Googled best crypto blogs, and I bookmarked some websites. One of them had like 150 blog sites for cryptocurrency, and so there's so many things out there that we could go and dive into that can help spread the word on this.
Yeah. And one thing to just always remember is that, nothing is, in the crypto world, there is no one has gotten it completely together yet. This thing is still, in, is in the works. It's still being realized where this is going. And this is really one of the, as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the best things I've seen out there. And it's not, and it's based on, it's based on teamwork and community as opposed to hype. So much of what's in the blockchain crypto space is hype. And, and a lot of it's, a lot of it that came out 2 years ago is dead. Just completely dead already. And we're looking at something that is, if it's done right, and we get people excited about it and participating in it, and and letting everybody know about it, the sky's the limit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got about 10 minutes left on the call. And so...
did Damien make it on, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah, he's here.
Oh, he's here. Hey, Damien.
As far as I know, he's listening intently.
Hello. How are we?
Hey, he speaks.
How are things down your way? Is the fires dying down at all?
Thunderstorms. So fires are gone. Well, fires are still going, but yeah, we had hail the other day.
Oh, okay. Well, that's like,
does that put out fires?
That's like a biblical thing, isn't it? Fire.
It put out some, but it didn't really get to the areas that it probably needed to. But where it did rain weather fires, there's obviously nothing on the land to stop the water. So they had flash flooding and more damage. Washed away everything that was left from the fire.
Wow.
But now we had hail the size of sort of golf balls come down Melbourne on the weekend. So there's a lot of car damage and broken windows and dented car bodies, I guess you'd say. So it's all happening.
Well, it sounds like it's on the downhill down there. So just glad to hear that, Damien. It's been pretty crazy from what I've read about it.
Except for the hail.
So just, I guess, kind of to review, for the design guys, put together some memes. Sometime this week, have them ready by the end of the week, maybe. Focusing on the same stuff. We got a lot more latitude on what we can do. We can be a lot more creative. So but there's certainly the main things, the main points, the bounty program, the affiliate program, attracting merchants, the profitability of the platform, the people's platform, mass adoption, the wish list, what would you buy and sell, spreading the word and earning. These are just a lot of things I'm reading from my notes here. I've started a new folder on the Google Drive. It's in the social media section, and it's labeled 2020. So what I'll do is I'll just put a folder in there for every week, and I'm just going to load my stuff into the VCC channel, make sure it gets approved, and once I get the thumbs up, then just throw it into the folder. So that's just kind of how I'm going to approach things, rather than going through the painstaking process of working out a list and saying, this is what we do, this, and this. Let's just run with some of the basic ideas, and of course, like I said, we got a lot of latitude. There's things that we can, capitalize on, encouraging the people, designs for graphics that can go into the graphic design channel that members can actually take and promote their own link. So I think there's plenty to do, and just ways from a design standpoint we can provide materials to just spur this thing on. So any other thoughts, gentlemen?
Have you heard anything at all about how the video producers are doing? Anything that they're coming up with? Have they mentioned anything that you've heard of?
I really haven't had any conversations with. Would that be Cornelius and Gospel? Is that who'd be doing that? I haven't. And possibly what might be best, most efficient way to ask that would be to go to John. Just because he's kind of got his finger on the pulse. So
I think it'd be really good if we had like a 30 or 60-second introduction that was really really like artistic, appealing, informative, and inviting for people to, that we could just share with everybody.
Yeah, I think that would be a useful tool, definitely. The other thing, and I know you talked about it, Mike, you had talked about doing a very abbreviated version of the analysis. Were you moving forward on that, or were you waiting for feedback, or?
It is progressing slowly. There's a lot of stuff that TREOS actually does, and culling that together in a very concise format is proving to be challenging. So I probably will get something close and then put it in the VCC room and have people chop it up and whatnot. So it's a good thing that we're still kind of fine-tuning the platform for a little while. So give me time to work on this thing. So yeah, that's where I am on that.
Well, and that's a huge undertaking. I mean, not so much the size of the document, but taking the 100 pages or however long the analysis is and distilling that down to a
2-minute pitch.
Yeah, I mean, God, right. That's huge.
Yep. So, I'm probably halfway done with deriving the limited content down or distilling the content down. It seems like every time I do something, it's just like, well, what about this part? Or, well, what about that part? And so, yeah, every door that opens, there's two more behind it.
Yeah. Well, and Jeff, are you in a position where you can help him with that? Are you, or Mike, are you wanting to just run with it?
I'm going to run with it until I can't, and then I'll ask for help. And Jeff and John.
Yeah, just send me, anytime you want to send me anything to look at and add to, detract from, anything at all, subtract from, that is, not detract. Feel free. Okay.
Okay.
Well, and I think you hit the nail on the head, Mike. We need something, because I saw a comment in one of the Discord rooms today was that there was a person who was wanting to give something to a businessman, and another person responded, well, give him the analysis.
No.
And, the guy's response back was, right, like every businessman I approach, I'm going to give them a 100-page document for them to read to get the gist of this thing. So I think there's a real need for what you're working on there.
Yeah, and to that effect, I think that I should probably concentrate more on it than any memes. So can we consider me caught up on memes for a while until I get this thing well on its way?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I would say so. That might change in a moment's notice, though. If the floodgates open, as John says, and we've got a bunch of stuff that we need to do.
Welcome to TREOS.
Yeah. So, but
yeah,
no,
Mike. One thing when I was working with somebody, I was getting some mentoring last year. When I showed him the analysis, this was a suggestion that he gave me, which might be something we could consider. He said, take each page and read through each page and see if you can condense everything in that page into one sentence.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. It's a really good idea.
Just strip it down to one sentence.
Right. This thing that I'm working on is going to be like an overview, and it's not going to include all information that you need, but it will hopefully include links to other resources if you're more curious about, the fine points of whatever that subject is. You can go find it. So that's my approach on this. But thank you very much, Jeff. That's a really good idea. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing.
okay.
And the writing will come first before the visuals, as you know. So there you have it.
All right. Sounds good. Well, anything else? Doesn't sound like it.
Do you have any idea when the bug testing and all the bugs are going to be ironed out of the platform? Is there any indication on when?
There hasn't been, but of course they've been working on it since the site launched fully. And so let's see. I can reach out to Mark. Mark is one of the people that is identifying bugs, filing tickets for the programmers to resolve the bugs, and I can reach out to him and see if I can get an answer back on that. So I'll check with him. One other thing, did you guys all see that Daniel opened up some new chat rooms in the TREOS Adventurers group, the section or whatever you call it?
Yes.
There's now a staff. He took the playground room went away, but now there's a staff room in that section.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So that will, as I see it, that will most likely take the place of the playground room. So anyway, okay, we got just over 2 minutes left here, 2.5 minutes. I don't really have anything else.
I was
How about a
disappointed. I was disappointed that the playground room left without really any notice, because there were some people who were saying, don't talk about this in the general community rooms, to take it to the staff room, like the playground. And then all of a sudden the playground is freaking gone. I was actually going through there and, looking at the comments people were putting on, like Mark Dixon had some wonderful stuff in there, resources to talk about and stuff, but it's gone. So very disappointed.
Yeah. Well,
I think something will be in its place soon.
But I can't even go into that room and steal his copy anymore.
yeah, the content that was in that room, I believe, is gone. I'll check with John on that. Yeah, I don't know if it archives or what, but it may be that there's an archive. We're less than a minute here, so it's going to cut off at any time. But I'll make a note here to check with John on that. Mark on the bug fix status. Okay. Well, that's all I got.
All right.
Okay. Well, listen, you guys have an excellent week. Excellent. Can't believe it's already Tuesday night.
Yep. Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Well, catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
All right. See y'all.